people, welcome to yet another interesting episode of Life Digest. But before we go into anything, I want to ask you something really important. Have you subscribed? In case you haven't, just tell yourself to do so because it's quite important. Don't forget the notification bell because it will allow you get notifications on every new upload, and share with a friend. Let's get started. Let me tell you a story. It was one beautiful morning. We had a symposium. Now, as a marketing company, we always invite different people from different companies to come and study about something interesting which would help them in that field of medicine. Now, on this symposium, I happened to be one of the organizers, meaning I knew everyone who turned up. So, that day we had a private photographer who took pictures of different people who attended. And after they were taken, after they were processed, they posted them on our WhatsApp group. Very excited, I went to check out these pictures, including mine. So in the process of scrolling, I saw this one pic of this woman who was seated somewhere, and I was thinking, I didn't see this woman because, like I said, I was one of the organizers. I expected to know who the people who attended, and trust me, all of them were males. It was just one woman who I see in these photos, and I'm wondering, who is she? Now, scrolling, I was like, wait, this woman was wearing the same outfit I happened to wear that day. So I went back. To my surprise, this woman was me. It's funny, but it is so true. I was like, what? This is how I look. I was disappointed in myself. I had put on like, I don't know how many kilograms. And to make matters more interesting, one of the people who attended the symposium downloaded this pic and sent it in my inbox, like I didn't see it apparently. And she was like, Marjorie, where are you going? Now the question which I was asking myself in that moment was like, how did I get to this size? Trust me, it was overwhelming. That day, that very moment, I decided to do things differently. And I made one of the most important choices that helped me till to date. Everything in life exists as a result of the choice which was once made. Now, this choice could have been done 2 years ago, 5 years ago, or 5 seconds ago, or 5 minutes ago. Now, that will determine the outcome. I realized that and more on that day when I saw that picture. Because when I saw it, I was like, oh, this explains all the food I've been eating. I never told myself, it never crossed my mind that the food I eat, the no exercises I do, or the things I take lightly in line with gaining weight would later on happen to me. And this would happen, you get. So in my mind, I was just eating, I was just being lousy and lazy about myself. And when the weight thing came in, I was like, what? Where did this come from? But had I revised my choices, you get, I would have saved a lot of that. We should stop blame shifting. This is where you say, I am like this because of so and so. This reminds me, I used to have an issue with finances, with my expenses. I didn't know where my money went. I'd ask myself, where's my money? You get, I am not living a good life because I'm paid less. I would blame shift it to my company. But the truth is, I made something. I adjusted in my choices a little bit, and it helped me. One time I think in future I'll share with you how I track my expenses, because it could help 1 or 2 people out there. The next in line is consistency. Those questions that you've been asking yourself, if you are not making the right small choice about them, and you're not being consistent about that choice, trust me, you're going to be disappointed. Imagine if when I had that weight, let me tell you one of the small choices I took into practice. I started exercising 7 minutes a day. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 minutes a day. Me, I don't have time for an hour or 30 minutes. I am that lazy or I am that busy. One of the two. The only reason why I got the results I wanted or I admired was because I did it consistently. If you want it to be better at your job, you can't wake up one day earlier and you're like, oh, I've made it. The next day you go to sleep and you think things have changed. My dear, you have to do it every single day. Consistency matters. If you have questions about your finances and you want to improve in your saving culture, you're wondering, how come I don't have money? You get, if you realize where the problem is, you get, don't stop at that. Don't just fix it once. Consistently. these small things we do consistently later on define us. We all want to make great choices in life. We all want better lives. We all want to be better. We want improvement in different aspects. Now, here are some of the few tips that can help you make great choices. 1. Know what you want. They always say that the first step to change is awareness, because you need to know where you are and where you want to go. That way you will, sort out what needs to be sorted in between. So know what you want. If your challenge has been about, let's say, always falling in the hands of the wrong men, like some women say it, they actually put it in Luganda. Here in Uganda, they make it sound like it's more like I have a curse, like I am so unfortunate like that. But if you zero down this thing, you could find out that you just doing exactly what you want. Maybe you say yes to just everyone. How about if you paused a bit and you evaluated your answers to these people? How about not giving them a chance? How about changing where you position yourself? I know it could be a bit tricky for now, or maybe it may not make sense, but I believe if you are aware of where you are and where you want to be, it is easier that way, that you can find the solution in between. Number 2, track your behavior. By tracking your behavior, have a spreadsheet. If it's about finances, write down all your expenses. If you leave home in the morning, right, I bought matoke, I gave out 100 shillings, I banked this, I saved this, I tithed this. Do that every single day. At the end of the week, go and ask yourself, where did most of my money go? See that thing, ask yourself, is it really important and urgent? Should I continue spending this much on it? If the answer is yes, please go ahead. For me, when I did that in my expenses, I realized that I was spending a lot of money on airtime. And I wasn't a businesswoman that I had so many clients to call. I would just call people and talk and just for like hours. So I removed it out of my equation. I was like, no, a week in Indagula minutes. It's more like I'm going to buy minutes and use those. I started buying minutes, and all the money I was actually wasting on airtime came back to me. Treat yourself like an entire organization. Like, report to yourself when you run short of something. If you told yourself you must exercise, let's say 20 minutes every day. If you don't exercise certain days, report to yourself. Tell yourself, oh, Marjorie, you didn't exercise today. Why didn't you exercise? What can you do differently about this? That way, you will grow in the direction you want to grow. But if you are not accountable to the choices you make, you will easily lose track. In conclusion, I want you to know that anything worth in life takes time. So be patient with yourself. As you're willing, or as you're choosing to start making right choices today, it's not going to be perfect out of the blue. You're not going to start tomorrow and be like, hey, I'm going to exercise, and you'll be consistent at it. You may, if it's possible, but it's possible that you may not. So give yourself, time to grow in that direction. Give yourself time to grow in the direction of making right choices, growing and expanding on your life. If you don't, it will be too much pressure on yourself, and at the end of the day, you will lose track in the process. You will give up, and it will be too late. You may never even want to try again. So allow yourself to grow in this process. Let's help each other learn more about life and choices by commenting in the comment section. And don't forget, every Saturday a new video is being uploaded about life. It's about progress, not perfection. So thank you so much. See you next time. Stay blessed.